What is up, YouTube? I'm back, I'm feeling a whole lot better, and I can't wait to get to some battles. So, looking at my opponent's team, I'm seeing huge threats, but I think I can manage them. So, let's get straight into it. Today's battle is a 4th gen battle against TheCunningAce113. So, I'm going to send out my Georgina as he sends out his Dwebble. Now, I do not want entry hazards set up on this thing, but unfortunately, it's faster, it sets up its stealth rocks, I go for my unstealth rocks, and I just completely forgot how fast these things can be. I mean, they're not that fast, but apparently it's fast enough to outspeed a 0 investment speed Chimchar. Anyway, I go for the Fire Blast, I see it's the Oranberry set, he's already got 3 layers of entry hazards set up, I go for the U-turn not wanting any more. I mean, seriously, I'm going to do everything I can to stop that last layer of spikes, because this team does not have a spinner. I'm going to go into my Super Kamiguru, going to go for Surf, I know it's going to take it out, and down it goes. Here, he switches into his Jelena, his Jellicent, and I really can't do anything to it. I mean, I'm Choice Scarfed, and I can't really do anything to it. I switch out into my Hot-Headed as he misses the Toxic, and I go for Acrobatics, thinking, you know what, he's probably going to go for Toxic again, and Hot-Headed does not mind being Toxic. Because Hot-Head comes in, she does a little sweeping, and then she's done. So I go for Shadow Ball, take out Frillish, and that's the end of that. He sends out his Hunt You Down as I go for a Destiny Bond, expecting the Sucker Punch. However, this is some kind of boosting set as he goes for Flame Charge, and it's going to get me down to 5. Here, I do a pretty big misplay. I go for Thunderbolt when I really should have just gone for another Destiny Bond. And he's going to take me out with a Dark Pulse. So down goes Hot-Headed, and I'm not really sure what I'm going to do now, because now I've lost one of my biggest sweepers. I sent out my Mini-Me just to deal with it, which was probably a bad idea. At that range of health, I probably could have KO'd with my Riolu. So I go for a return as he hits me with a Fire Blast. It does quite a bit. He goes for Taunt, and I'm not really going to do anything with it. I'm just going to go straight for the return to try and take it out, and it takes it really well. He goes for Roost as I go for another return. And at this point, or I don't go for a turn, I go for Fire Punch. And here's why. At this point, I'm thinking I can't really do anything to this unless I burn it. So I gotta get burned, and I'm just banking on that burn from Fire Punch. I know it's really bad to rely on hacks, but that's the only way I'm gonna be able to deal with this right now. So, unfortunately, I don't get it. He goes for U-turn, takes out my Mini-Me, but the only good thing about this is I get some priority here. Or I get Switch Initiative, not priority. I send out my Grow-Up Bulb as he sends out his J, his Dratini, and he goes for a Dragon Dance, and I know exactly how to deal with a Dragon Dancing Dratini. You paralyze it. I go for Stun Spore, it hits, and it is crippled. So I'm going to go for Giga Drain to get off some damage, and he goes for Fire Blast, which does so much. I mean, I can't believe how much it does. Usually they don't have that good of a investment in special attack. Anyway, he gets Shed Skin. Of course he'd have Shed Skin. I completely forgot. He goes for Extreme Speed, which is going to take out my Grow Bulb. Next, I'm going to send in my Georgina, and I'm expecting to take one hit, one Extreme Speed, and be able to attack with Fire Blast. So, I go for Fire Blast. It does a lot, thanks to my thanks to my, what is it, Blaze? Yeah, Blaze. And I get a double down thanks to his Life Orb recoil. He sends out his Jared, his Abra, as I send out my Padawan, and the only way I'm going to win, the only way, is if Bullet Punch KOs, which it does, and I'm thinking this is an Eviolite set, because that should have done more. It really should have done more. So, I send out my Super Kamiguru, and I really just go for the Ice Beam. I'm hoping for the critical hit or the freeze. I don't get it. And so, that brings us to the end of the battle. That was a great battle of the TheCunningAce113. I hope we can have another one sometime. So, let's get straight into the talk of the day. I haven't been able to do this for so long, and I really want to get to it. Today's talk of the day, I'm going to talk to you guys about Poke Analysis. We're not going to actually do a Poke Analysis in this video, but I want to tell you guys what's going on with it. The Poke Analysis, I'm going to take an in-depth look at Little Cut Pokemon, and I'm going to try and make new movesets for them based off of what Smogon has already done. Because, you know, I'm not reinventing the wheel here. There's already research done on these Pokemon, but I think they have more to offer than what Smogon has put up there. I mean, certain Pokemon, there's just no helping it, like Whismur. I mean, that thing has paper frail defenses, and I don't really think you can do anything else than what Smogon has suggested. But for other Pokemon, there's still some potential. So what I want to do is I want you guys just tell me in the comments or messages, whatever. Tell me what Little Cup Pokemon you want me to do an analysis of. And based off the Pokemon that gets requested the most, or maybe they're all requested the same amount, I'll just pick one at random. I'll go ahead and do an analysis on that one. So I plan on doing a Poke analysis every week. So yeah, you guys can look forward to one this Friday, and any suggestions you guys put in now, I'm going to do for next week's Poke analysis. That's it for this episode. I hope you guys all enjoyed that. Comment, rate, subscribe, and challenge.